put on a UH uniform.
Paul Aoki is a successful Honolulu attorney, a partner at the firm Ashton and Rishton. While the law became his passion, Aoki defied the laws of common sense as a skinny 18-year-old, trying out for the 1965 UH football team. His prior experience in organized football amounted to none.
I went to University High School, which didn't have a team at the time, so I never got to play, but I always figured, I know they had fun doing it, and so I don't know, a friend comes over and says, you want to go try this? And I just sort of said, yeah.
Having to sign a medical waiver to make the team, the hard part, Aoki says, was figuring out his equipment.
The thigh pads was tricky, because in those days, you had to put them into the pants, and they had these points, and if you put the points facing the wrong direction, you could injure yourself, and I was going to do that. And the guy next to me was watching me, because I guess it was pretty obvious. And, I got up, I had all the stuff on, and I started to walk out, and he goes, hey, you better change those. Oh, okay, yeah, right, yeah. It was really embarrassing.
Aoki recovered from his humbling debut to play defensive back and special teams. During his 4 years, Aoki served under 4 different head coaches. The only constant, the grueling summer camps at Pearl Harbor.
We actually did 3-a-days, morning, afternoon, and then under the lights. And it was pretty rough. The field was harder than concrete, and it was hot. And in those days, they didn't believe in water breaks.
The Rainbows in the mid to late 60s were a developing independent team made up of locals like Aoki and mainland talent who transferred to Hawaii without losing a year of eligibility.
So we had guys transferring in from Arizona, SC, Air Force, lots of places, and these were guys that could play. So we got competitive real fast. We were going to file a motion on her, but I guess if she shows up, we probably aren't going to be able to do that.
After graduating from George Washington Law School, Aoki came back to Hawaii to specialize in the very competitive field of commercial litigation.
All kinds of business litigation, real estate, banking, other kinds of contracts. Whenever there's disputes on those, I think the competitiveness is very similar. The willingness to try to outwork your opponent, I think, carries over.
You're not going to bill me for this particular session, right? Because we did talk law, right? We did talk a little law.
Hey, we're in a law office. We're talking about law, indirectly anyway.
It's billable hours.
That's how it works, Russell.
Billable hours. Look at this guy. Okay, we're gonna make the check out to.
Yeah, let's go talk about that.
Everything's negotiable, right?
Let me take you to our billing office.
Paul Aoki has come a long way from a go-for-broke kid to a prominent attorney. He says not many people believe him when he tells them he played football for UH, to include his own children. Well, kids, here's proof. And look, Dad even has his thigh pads on correctly.
Well, Paul Aoki, simply amazing, never playing football in his life and trying out for the UH football team.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing story, and it's similar to Tony Akban, who had never played football before and came out in the spring, and hopefully he'll be a good player the next couple of years.
Never know, you might find a needle in a haystack, so to speak.
Right.
Okay.